Alright, we've got a new plane, and, well, I can't turn GPS off for some reason, so we're just going to go ahead and use it, and I'll solve that issue later. I have wanted to use this plane for doing a flight across the US again, just because it's a small plane like the 150 that I used. So, this is the Tomahawk, and we're going to take it, no autopilot, and we're going to go look for some racetracks, which should be pretty easy to find right away because we got Donnington coming up, and to turn real world weather off because England was being England and it sucked out. So we've got a cloudy day, sun's coming up, and well, the first one that we're gonna see is Donnington. And then we're gonna head, hopefully, straight south to Mallory Park, and then straight east to Rockingham, and then I'll have to look at my notes and double check what the next one is, but we'll end with Silverstone if it doesn't take too long to do all that. I don't really know how much distance is out there for all that, so let's well, we're a small plane, so we can just do this and be fine making these turns. Do a little chicane here to get on the runway. But yeah, with no autopilot, we're gonna do less outside flying, and I'm gonna have to pay attention a bit more. So let's get going. I've got a little extra weight on the right side in the fuel tank just to balance this thing out, and I'm gonna have to remember to switch back and forth on fuel. But rolling good. Should be able to pull it back now. We are off. Right at the end of the runway here is going to be Donnington. There's a little bit of an issue with the track, the straightaway that's right here off the runway. There's a tunnel that goes under it, and the track dips down under, or to hit the elevation of the tunnel because of road maps or something, but see it right there with the tree. Big old hill. Guess some people would get airborne over that. But, yeah, the track doesn't look too terrible. And we're right next to the airport. But, obviously, some of the buildings are a bit wrong, and well, there's houses all next to turn 1, and we don't have any of the bridges, but yeah, that is a track that is very close to an airport. So now we're heading down south, and we should, they're fairly quick, but I have to kind of keep an eye out. I don't know for sure where this is. I mean, I got the general area of it, but do not know exactly where it's at. Get trimmed out here. We are at 1,100. Goes off. Just to help our outside visibility while the sun is coming up. And we are starting to climb now, so let's trim this out. Alright, and we're a bit off course, so bring it back to the left. But yeah, I'm planning on flying this plane quite a bit, just because it's nice and simple, it's slow, and it'd be fun to do another cross-country trip. But we'll see. Also been enjoying going to other countries and places I've not been. There's the sun coming up. This game looks so good at points. Now, I cannot fly in a straight line. You keep turning off to the right. I do not need to do that. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of guesswork on if we even can find this racetrack. I need to go take a deeper look into the surrounding areas to get an idea. South now. We are still climbing. That's going to be an issue this whole time with me not being able to hold an altitude, but I'll try to bounce it around from 2,000, 2,500 and not forget about it and all of a sudden end up way up in the air. Like, which I should be able to spot on the map and kind of give myself an idea of where I'm at. Maybe Colville? I'm gonna say that's a bit on the nose. Still climbing. Calm down, little tomahawk. I guess I can bring the power back too, but yeah, there is a whole bunch of mines over here, and I am not sure if it's actually where we are, since there are so many. I might just be seeing the first one on the map and saying, oh yeah, that's gotta be it. Little more, 2,700, well above what we wanted. So if that is where we're at, straight south, we should be amazingly pointed almost at it. Pop outside since we've stabilized here, take a look. So I'm thinking Mallory Park is possibly right there. But I'm just looking at a map. We are getting a bit off, but also we are heading straight south, so That might actually be where we need to go. That line is not to the track. Probably just go ahead and set our next place that we want to go. EGYM. Just put us in a general direction of where we want to go for the next track. Keeps rolling past it. Alright. Reset that once we get to our turn point. We are at 3,000 now. Back throttle off even more. Alright, so that was not what I thought it was ahead of us. But that's it. Being unfamiliar with the area is going to bite me on this one. Does look like there's parking or a graveyard over there, but I don't think that's it. No, that's not it. We have an airport just ahead of us. Maybe I can figure out that once I get us headed back south. It's almost directly south of Donnington. But I also could have just went way too far and it was much closer than I thought. That would not surprise me. Up the speed a little bit since we are diving at this point now. You know what? Maybe it's over here. Maybe it's that. And now you can see why I was confused and thought it was possibly that lake back there. We found it. And that means we can just kind of head straight east from here. We'll use that to judge, but let's go ahead and hop outside real quick. There we go. It's almost an oval with a little loop out there. Looks like it's also got a rallycross track possibly there. But yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I've heard the name, but I have never seen it. So there we go. Let's head east, go check out Rockingham. I guess it's not directly east, so we need to go south a bit. We'll do that in a bit. Maybe I can find a better airport. airport for us to go to. No, it doesn't really look like it. Guess we could go. Yeah, alright, let's try this airport. That might actually put us. Nope, never mind. That won't work either. EGSF, possibly. Let's go with that. Lights back on just because the sunrise is kind of screwing with my eyes here. Okay, so let's continue on this path. We are at almost 3,000, but I've actually kind of leveled off here with the trim, so good news. Got Leicester. I can't say it because I'm pretty sure it's spelled differently than what British say. So it's just, when I look at it, my brain tries to say one thing when I know that's not how it's said. It's like saying Worcestershire sauce. So yeah, there's the town. I know they got a championship team that might actually have just locked into Premier again today. I didn't really closely look at the table, but that's the stadium right there. So yeah, we are heading over to Corby. I don't know if that's the main area. Then there's Rockingham Castle. And I like that up the road a ways is Uppingham. That makes me laugh. But yeah, this is actually in a fairly small area, so I'm gonna have to pay a little bit of attention to make sure we don't fly past it. That's an airport. Still on track, somewhat. We have a lake straight ahead of us, so if I can spot that on the map. You know what? The track is just past the lake. We're headed in the right direction. Yeah, really kind of flatlands out here. I mean, I'm sure closer to the ground it's more rolling hills, but it's definitely not like Wales. Got an airport there with all the old airfield around it. That would have been a hell of a racetrack. And we have climbed too far. Pull the mixture down too. Can't. Yeah, we're fine on fuel, and I've got to remember to watch this. Make sure I don't use too much up on one side, but we're barely using any, so it shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so Rockingham is going to be right on the edge of this town, I think. And then from Rockingham, we're going to go south to Bedford Autodrome, which I'm not even sure. It may. Yeah, it looks like it's still open. I didn't look too much into it, and the link didn't work. Let me try pulling it up now and seeing what happens. Oh yeah, it's still open. iRacing probably has a contract for it because it looks like it's owned by all the same company that does the little sort of red checkered flag logo. Yeah, you can see a little bit of rolling hills here as the sun comes up further. So much visibility in this thing. Back on track while I try to look for something good to point us at. Wonder if that even is still a waypoint. Let's try it. GBF. Cool. Well, that'll take us directly there. We'll reset it once we get up to Rockingham. Only 24 minutes in, and we're closing in on our third racetrack. And we've only been going 100. It's not like we've been booking it. This thing actually flies pretty well. I was worried that it was going to be a bit hard to... I mean, it's no wind because I put just plain weather in, but yeah, I'm sure in the wind this thing is a absolute pain. Alright, we're at 2,500. Kick up the throttle a bit. Should pull the nose up a little. Try to level out here. But again, it's just going to be a back and forth battle trying to hold it. There's the racetrack. See its funky shape here. God, I really wish we could get it. It would be such an awesome silver crown track, a great IndyCar track. NASCAR people would cry if they had to race at it. Plus, it's got the road course, but I mean, it's a fairly blah road course since it's essentially a oval, so you're not going to have a whole lot of elevation or anything. Yeah, really not a whole lot of population over here. Oh, there's the castle. That must be modeled in as part of the sites. I don't think that's AI generated. There's the racetrack. We'll see if it's got a bunch of cars parked on it. Alright, so one of the few European ovals. Obviously the stands are all messed up with the AI generation, but let's out here do a whole loop of it. Hope one day we'll be able to visit this track in iRacing and check out how difficult it is. A bit of a square and 100 configurations for the road course on the infield. But would love to have it in iRacing. Let's head to Bedford. dropped a ton of altitude in that turn. Let's climb up here a bit. We are on track. And how far out are we? Can I get that info? Doesn't look like I can get that info. Bit odd. I'm sure there's a way to, but we're not going to worry about it. We shouldn't even have it in, but it's helping me get around to where we need to go. That's what I wanted. 9 minutes out. $15 miles out, so that might actually shorten up as well. This thing trimmed out again. Alright, so gonna be a whole lot of cars parked over here, it looks like, on the runways of an old Air Force base. And from Bedford, we are heading down to Silverstone, and that will cover central England on the racetracks. Saw something off to the left that looked kind of strange. I don't know where it went though. Let's look at outside real quick. Maybe it was that. Solar farms turned into very long, tall buildings. Miles out, so we should be able to start seeing kind of the outline of the airport that it sits on, which could be that right there. cars over here. Now to get to Silverstone from here, I have to... Oh no. Did I screw that? No, I didn't screw that up. I hope not. It might be possible that they've built a new airport with the old identifier. So we could be just going in the wrong spot, but I'm pretty sure we're okay. I think it is this right here. Or we will have just flown to an airport that does not have a racetrack next to it and just had the old names, but we should be able to find the track from there because it's obviously still in the same area. Shoulder. Let's double check what the map shows. Kind of worried. There's not. Oh wait, maybe there is supposed to be a town there. Is there a big lake to our left? Yes. Lake looks like it's too far south, but it could just be the angle that we're flying at here. We are not going straight south, so yeah, that makes sense, but I don't know, this doesn't look like what I'm seeing, and I think we have just flown to an airport that maybe it is. Bedford built a new airport that's... I don't see anything. This is just really not matching up with what the aerial photos show. And there's some lakes off to... I think we are... we might be okay. No, I don't know. We may have flown to the wrong racetrack. Or, no, it's there. There we go. Alright, it's just a weird color. Really dark compared to the old airport. Got very concerned, but it looks like a fire has come through here. So, there's the racetrack. This whole section. It's actually quite big. Uses old runway here. I'm not even sure what the layout is. I know they got a karting track here as well. And, yeah, so we did find it. They didn't swap it up. There's a bunch of cars parked on the runways. Exactly what I asked for. There we go, Bedford. Man, that is a freaking huge facility. This is like British VIR. Just tons of different layouts. Massive. That's crazy. Okay, we need to go to Silverstone now, which is gonna be over here-ish. I still haven't found a point to aim for on that, so I'm gonna go in this direction. That'll do. And we'll get flying this way. Let's take a look around us real quick. See what we got. That's Bedford down there. And that is Rushton. We are level. And let's go find. I wonder if Silverstone has like a. Damn, this thing just randomly turns on you sometimes. If they had like a helipad or something that we could aim at, but. Is Oxford? Is that too far south? I guess that's too far south. If I could pick up a road, that would be great. The only road, there's one kind of coming out of Bedford, but that doesn't go all the way to Silverstone. And it's England, so there's nothing straight because everything's built on old foundations of random pathways. I think we'll just head in this direction. There's just no airports around this area. Wait a second. Have I found... Kind of. Alright, so Northampton. Bedford. There's just nothing on here that points me in the right direction. We're gonna have to wing it. There's a river that we're following right now. So that river take us there? No, the river disappears. Well, I guess if we go too far south, we're getting to Milton Keynes. And then we'll know that we're almost there. That town to our south right now, actually that might actually be Milton Keynes. Is it really this close? Everything is so surprisingly close. Yep, that's Milton Keynes. Alright. Because I can tell, possibly because of that lake matching up with a little lake on the map, which means Silverstone is, well, if you've ever watched an F1 race, you know it's built up on a hill or a bluff or whatever they call it here. So I'm going to say it's in this area, possibly there, maybe over there. London, off that direction, whole big ass area. That'll probably be the next direction we go. We're just searching for a racetrack. Trying to spot things that will stand out. Alright, so we are directly in line with the lakes. There should be a major road that we have went over or are about to go over. That, though, I can't figure out what the hell that is. Is that Newport? No, we're turning. This is why I can't fly outside with this thing. Yeah, it's got to be Milton Keynes. So we're still far away from the racetrack. We'll just follow the north side of town, and I think we're just headed in the perfect direction here for it. Starting to get the sun reflection on the prop, which is some nice flashing in our face. I don't know where I'm going to land. I guess we can go nearest airport. There we go. Nearest airports. EGYN, which information on that, correct? And Wood Farm Airstrip. That sounds like a perfect place for us to land. We don't have a big plane. We can put it down wherever we want. We'll keep that dialed in, reset it when... Can we get info on it? Miss the airport going through all this crap. Down, up, no. No. There we go. No, EGYM is not where we wanted to go. I just want to enter script. We'll get there, and we'll find out if we can land, but we should be able to. Alright, Silverstone, where the hell are you? I'll turn it a little bit to the right here. And is that the track? Looks like that's the track. Probably going to be covered in a bunch of apartments, but I got a feeling that is the racetrack. And it's kind of crazy just how out in the middle of nowhere it is, but I guess it would have been overran if it was in any populated area from way back in the day till now. But we have found it, our 5th racetrack. It's going to be interesting to see what this looks like, but I'm seeing a lot of grandstands turned into buildings, maybe even some bridges turned into buildings. We can drop down. We are... Is that a golf course next to it? Yeah, it is. I think. Got a little town next to it. Possibly go-kart track off the back, or off the back side of it. I guess that's is that Hangar Straight after the S's. Got a rally cross track on the inside that you can see. The old front stretch, which has got a building on it. And the new start. God, that's why that corner is such a pain in the ass. I never knew it was shaped like that. I just always have trouble with it, and I can't visualize, and I never go look at a overhead shot of it. But there's a whole separate race course on the infield that is not part of the national or the other one. Is that the old bits of the old stuff? Where's... No. Bridges. I can't even remember. They ruined the track. Just my opinion. Well, there we go. That is Silverstone. Oh, there's the bridge. Alright, let's go find this farm and land. Alright, direct. Enter, turn. 12 miles out. Probably going to be a grass strip. Might need to fly over it before, because I have no idea what way the runway's going, and I can't figure out how to can I change this one? I just can't get this thing to work. You have another one that's close to us, but I feel like landing at some random farm is going to be a better ending if we can find it. 10 miles out. Actually, there's an airport to our right. Let's go to that one. That was a hard turn. Switch this to left. And let's go land at whatever's over here, as long as it's not a helipad. Is it that little strip there? Alright, it's directly in front of us somewhere. Crossing left and right. It's not that. Maybe it is that. No, it's past the lake. Somewhere in there. There's the lake. There? No. Alright, we're gonna have to just fly over it and hope that we see it. And then get set up to land on it. Do you see an airport? Or anything to land on? Is it that? Oh, it's that. Alright. That is a hell of a landing. Let's, get ourselves turned and head out a ways and then turn back. So we're still landing at a farm or some rich person's private strip. Us, that view's not going to be good. Crap, this thing slows down massively with the flaps. Alright, we're not going to go full flaps. Not until we are much closer to where we want to be. And holy crap, the flaps make it fly like shit. So maybe we just won't use them. This is going to take a couple of attempts, I think. As hard as it is to spot that. We are still 1,500, so let's fly out a bit. See it off our shoulder. It's going to be so hard to spot again. And I've never landed this plane, so no idea what fun is in store for me. Other than it really starts to handle like crap at low speeds. I'm just gonna give it a lot of power and a lot of flaps. I've lost the airport again. I guess the strip, I can't call it an airport. There we go, I think I see it. Right off the end of the, what looks like solar field. There we go, we got it. We're coming in steep. Bouncing the nose up and down. I think we got a little bit of an uphill landing here, so that might help us. Oh God, the nose just dropped like crazy there. Back it off, back it off, back it off, back it off. Get it to the right. We're gonna stall out here. Get it down. Get it down. Oh, that was rough. That's not even down. Alright. We gotta go. We gotta go around. We gotta go around. Pull it off. Get over the hangar. Jesus. I think I'm going to come in from the other way. How we didn't stall out there. The trees and everything just completely kept us too high too long. Alright. A little excitement at the end of this one. Trying to land. I mean, I'd be better off just landing in one of these fields because looks like it's got more space. Got a power line that we're crossing over here. Or at least a little bit lower, so we're going to be able to take it slower in once I spot it. There we go. That looks a hell of a lot easier to hit, but we've already climbed out too much. That's going to be easier as long as we don't put the wing. Man, this thing sucks at low speed. There we go. Much easier landing from this direction. We're down. Whew. I'm gonna say that would not have been fun in real life, and probably not worked out as it did. Turns out the side without trees at the end of the runway is a hell of a lot easier to land at. So yeah, a random field outside of Silverstone that somebody who has money has decided to build for their little airplane. I mean, at least we found it. If this would have been green on either side of it, I don't think I would have even found the field. So, yeah, 5 racetracks and a grass strip. But probably would have been safer to land at Silverstone, now that I think of it. But a little bit of excitement at the end. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will check out London next, since we're kind of in that area. Thanks for watching.